Shakti Seer 2.
Samsara is a Sanskrit and Pali term which translates as continuous movement or continuous flowing, and in Buddhism refers to the concept of a cycle of birth and consequent decay and death in which all beings in the universe participate and which can only be escaped through enlightenment. Samsara is continuous suffering, or dukkha, and is generally considered to be the antithesis of nirvana, which generally literally translates as extinguishing or unbinding. The concept of samsara was derived from the Hindu belief of reincarnation, from which Siddhartha Gautama, the founder of Buddhism, developed some of his teachings regarding life and death. The term samsara has been translated many ways, which include, but are not limited to, endless suffering, cyclic existence, perpetual wandering, and transmigration. According to the Buddha, the beginning point of samsara is not evident, just as there is no beginning to a circle, no beginning point to a circle. All beings have been in suffering in samsara for an unimaginable period, and they continue to do so until the attainment of nirvana. The Asu Sutta of the Pali Canon provides an explanation of our existence in samsara. At Savatthi, the Blessed One said, and of course when they say the Blessed One, the translation for Blessed One is Bhagwan. So they're saying, there Bhagwan said, meaning there the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, there Krishna said, from an inconstruable beginning comes transmigration. A beginning point is not evident, though beings hindered by ignorance and fettered by cravings are transmigrating and wandering on. What do you think, monks? Which is greater? The tears you have shed while transmigrating and wandering this long time, crying and weeping from being joined with what is displeasing, being separated from what is pleasing, or the water in the four great oceans. Ignorance, avidya, defined in terms of the Four Noble Truths as ignorance concerning suffering, the origin of suffering, the cessation of suffering, and the path leading to cessation of suffering. Ignorance leads to suffering and forms karma. Karma creates formations which condition the arising of consciousness or cognitive awareness, the so-called vijnana. Vijnana is also considered to be a rebirth consciousness. This appears to be a direct explanation of how karma is transferred from one life to another. Waldron describes vijnana as a rebirth consciousness which descends to take up and thereby which descends into, takes up, and thereby animates the newly forming fetus. Interestingly, vijnana is not only linked with the growth of karmic formations, it is also connected to the four substances, as Waldron explains. First, as the four substances, along with edible food, sensation, and mental intention, consciousness sustains each single life, as well as one stream of lives. Vijnana can thus be viewed as one of the four sustenances of life, material life anyway.
Within the great desire realm of samsara, there are either 5 or 6 domains, or realms. In Indo-Tibetan Mahayana Buddhism, there are 6 domains, and in Theravada Buddhism, there are only 5, because the domain of the Asuras is not regarded as separate from that of the Devas. Taoism also features the 5 realms. One's previous actions and thoughts determine which of the 6 realms one is reborn into upon death. The 6 domains are that of the god or the Deva, the jealous god or the Asura, the human or the manusha, the animal or the tirya yoni, the hungry ghost or the preta, and the hell or the naraka. The highest of the samsaric realms is the God realm, a realm of devas, heaven or rapture. Heaven is the condition of pleasure when one's desires are fulfilled and one experiences short-lived but intense feelings of joy. Unlike the true happiness of Buddhahood, however, this state is temporary and, like humanity, easily disrupted by even a slight change of circumstances. One will inevitably descend to a lower realm once the joy goes away. This realm is characterized by not feeling negative emotions and being less vulnerable to external influence than the lower realms. This condition is comparable to the Buddhist world of the devas, or gods. The deva realm is the realm of bliss. The disadvantage of this realm is that things are so very comfortable there that these beings might completely neglect the work towards enlightenment. Instead, they gradually use up their good karma that they have accumulated previously, and so subsequently they fall to a lower rebirth. The Deva realm is sometimes also referred to as the God's realm, because its inhabitants are so powerful within their own realm that compared to humans, they resemble the gods of Greek or Roman mythology. However, while the Devas may be referred to as gods, they are not immortal, omniscient, or omnipotent, and they do not act as creators or judges of death, and so they're notably very distinct from the monotheistic Western concept of God. The Asura realm, realm of jealous gods, or sometimes translated as demons. But this isn't a hell realm. The Asura realm is a state of consciousness of the Asuras, not a hungry ghost, but an Asura. Arrogance or anger. Arrogance is the condition in which one is dominated by the selfish ego, competitiveness, paranoid jealousy, and the need to be superior in all things. The experiencer is a slave to his or her delusions, viewing oneself as more important and superior to others. This realm is characterized by viewing others as potential threats. Still, the rest of the experience in this realm is generally quite pleasant compared to the human realm. This condition is comparable to the Buddhist world of the Asuras, or half-gods. The Asura realm is the realm of the demigods. They translate it as demigods. They are here because of actions based on jealousy, struggle, combat, or rationalization of the world. They may be here because of human form they had good intentions, but committed bad actions such as harming others. The Asuras are said to have experienced a much more pleasurable life than humans, but they are plagued by envy for the Devas, whom they can see just as animals can perceive humans. The Asura realm is sometimes also referred to as the Ashura realm, the Titan realm, the jealous god realm, demigod realm, or the anti-god realm. Asura is sometimes also translated as demon, fighting demon, those without wine, or angry ghosts, which can cause confusion because the being of the hell realms are also sometimes referred to as demons. The human realm, humanity or passionate idealism. Humanity is the state in which the discriminating awareness and the thinking mind are most highly developed. It is characterized by ambitious passion for abstract ideals and role models, and is unique among the lower realms in providing both the potential means and the motivation to transcend suffering. It is also characterized by shortness of life, in comparison to the Deva and Asura realms, and by being extremely rare in occurrence without refuge in the Dharma. This condition is comparable to the Buddhist world of humans. The human realm, also known as the Manusha realm, is based on passions, desire, doubt, and pride. Buddhists see the realm of as human existence. A human rebirth is in fact considered to be by far the most advantageous of all possible rebirths in samsara, because a human rebirth in the samsaric realm is the samsaric realm from which one can directly ensure enlightenment, either in the present or in a future birth. For anagamis, the actual liberation occurs in a deva realm. This is because of the unique possibilities that a human rebirth offers. A human rebirth is considered to have tremendous potential when used correctly. However, we usually waste our human lifetime in materialistic pursuit and end up reinforcing our unhelpful emotions, thoughts, and actions. Because of this, it is almost always the case that one descends to a lower birth after human life, rather than going immediately to another human birth. In the lower realms, such as, for example, the animal realm, it is a very slow and difficult process to accumulate enough merit to achieve a human life again. So it may be countless lifetimes before one has another chance. The animal realm. Animality is a condition in which one is governed by instinct, in which one has no sense of morality and lives only for the present moment. In this state, you won't hesitate to prey on weaker beings for personal gain and try to attract the attention of stronger beings in order to side with them. This realm is characterized by the total lack of good judgment and reason. The animal realm, also known as the Tiryagyoni realm, is based on the strong mental states of stupidity and prejudice cultivated in previous lives. Buddhists believe that this realm is the realm of existence of the non-human animals on earth. Humans, however, can be seen by the animals in the same way that the asuras can see the devas. Preta realm. Hunger. Hunger is a condition characterized by possessiveness and insatiable desires which govern one's actions for food, power, wealth, fame, pleasure, and so on. In this state, one is tormented by relentless craving and the inability, even when the desire is achieved, to enjoy its fruition. This realm is characterized by a total lack of willpower and the disregard of all things except the fulfillment of desires. The hungry ghost realm, also known as the Preta realm, is a rebirth based on strong possessiveness and desire which were cultivated in this life or previous lives. The sentient beings in this realm are known as hungry ghosts. They are constantly extremely hungry and thirsty, but they cannot satisfy these needs. In the Tibetan version of the Bhava Chakra, these beings are drawn with narrow necks and large bellies. This represents the fact that their desires torment them, but they are completely unable to satisfy themselves. The Hell realm. Naraka. Hell is a condition of total claustrophobic aggression, in which one perceives no freedom of action and has very little life force, physical or mental energy. One feels totally trapped by one's circumstances. The being is dominated by anger, hatred, and frustrated rage, and in some cases the urge to destroy oneself and everything else. It is a very difficult realm to escape from, since the condition tends to be self-perpetuating, with intense suffering and aggression feeding each other. One's sojourn to hell is described as being measured in kalpas. Kalpas is trillions of years. Paradoxically, although this state is characterized by claustrophobia, there is an obsession with filling up any space which may present itself, since the space is perceived to be threatening. The desire not to fall in this condition is a powerful incentive to make for people to make efforts to rise above this state in daily life. The Naraka realm, or Hell realm, is a rebirth based on strong states of hatred cultivated in a previous life or lives. And the Buddhist view of Niraya differs significantly from the most monotheistic religions, in that those punished in this realm are not trapped permanently. Rather, they remain here until their negative karma is used up, at which point they are reborn into another realm.
It appears the cycle of samsara is hard to break and needs a concentrated effort. The destruction of vijnana is essential for this path to liberation, Waldron explains. While the process of vijnana grow and increase, thereby sustaining samsaric life, they can be calmed, pacified, and brought to an end, marking the end of the cycle of birth and death. Indeed, destruction of vijnana, along with the other four aggregates, virtually equates with liberation. death, in which all beings in the universe participate, and which can only be escaped through enlightenment. Samsara is continuous suffering, or dukkha, and is generally considered to be the antithesis of nirvana, which generally literally translates as extinguishing or unbinding. Look at an explanation of our existence in samsara. At Savatthi, the Blessed One said, and of course when they say the Blessed One, the translation for Blessed One is Bhagwan. So they're saying there Bhagwan said, meaning there the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, there Krishna said, from an inconstruable beginning. According to the Buddha, the beginning point of samsara is not evident, just as there is no beginning to a circle, no beginning point to a circle. All beings have been in suffering in samsara for an unimaginable period, and they continue to do so until the attainment of nirvana. The Asu Sutta of the Pali Canon provides the concept of samsara was derived from the Hindu belief of reincarnation, from which Siddhartha Gautama, the founder of Buddhism, developed some of his teachings regarding life and death. The term samsara has been translated many ways, which include, but are not limited to, endless suffering, cyclic existence, perpetual wandering, and transmigration.
Shakti Seer 2.
Samsara is a Sanskrit and Pali term which translates as continuous movement or continuous flowing, and in Buddhism refers to the concept of a cycle of birth and consequent decay and